Hey, what's going on, guys? Josh Money here, and in this video, I wanted to go over how to use like the designer or the editor inside of Clickfunnels. So if you're new to Clickfunnels, just getting started, or if you're kind of on the fence about it, this is really for you to show you what it looks like, how it works, and the basic things you need to know when getting started, because it really is easy to use and anybody can do it. It's important to know the foundational things that go inside of it and what it looks like. So this is my ClickFunnels account here. This is the share funnel that I got from the One Funnel Away Challenge. That's really how I got started with ClickFunnels and understanding it. I'd used it in the past with my previous employer, but it wasn't until the One Funnel Away Challenge that I realized how valuable this is to myself and to my business and for what my wife and I were doing. So we use ClickFunnels almost every day to promote the MLM we're a part of, as well as build funnels for the agency that we have. So but diving into it, I want to show you what it looks like. So anytime you're on any page to get into the editor, it's very easy. You literally just have to hit edit page. Again, these are all different landing pages. So this is the designer for the landing pages. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the squeeze page and show you what it looks like, what the elements that are in it, and then how you can swap and change things out or add new elements as needed. So we're going to click edit page here. As we dive into the editor, there's main things to remember when it comes to the editor when you're using it. It's made up of different parts. So there's rows, which are the green ones here. So if you move your mouse, you can see different colors light up. There's green, blue, orange. So we see the green, so this is the row here. So this is the main segment. If you want to create main different sections or rows, that's what this is here. The different sections inside of the page. So the background right now on the page is white, and you can change the background to whatever you want under the settings here. Just going to background, you can change the background to a specific color. If you want to upload an image, that'll be the background no matter what of the page that you're editing. And then if you wanted to change the background specifically just inside this section here, you just hit settings, and then you can the BG is background image, and then you can upload a different image or a different color if you want it to be separate and you want it to have a different look. But the main things to remember that there's the rows, which are the green ones. There's the columns, which are if you're going to have like a single column, a 3-column, 4-column. So you can see here this is 1 column, but this is 3 columns, and you can change the distance on any one of these, however close or far you want them to go. Like if you want it smaller, you want it bigger, you can change the size of those. And then inside of the columns, you have the elements. The elements are really what make up the page itself. So this is an element. This is the header element inside of this page. So you can change what you want it to say by typing out there. You can, have all these different text colors. The bold can be separate colors. That's why this one's red, because this is bolded. So you change it to red. If you create icons, you can have the icons be separate colors. If you want to have a border on the around it, you can create a border. And then what I like to do here, the one thing that I stuck out to me is that's important is understanding these top margins. So the distance that you want it to be from the other things, that's what the top margins are. So you can decrease the top margin, you can increase it, and so on and so forth. Now, what's cool is if you wanted to create a consistent header that you have for every single page in the funnel, what you would do, so let's say I wanted to create a new header, I'm going to add a new section. Right, that's the green one here. So we're at a new section. Do you want it to be full width? Do you want it to be just a wide, medium, or small? So I always do generally for a header, that would be a full width one. Now it is at the bottom here, but I need to move it up. So now we have a full width header. And we're going to add a new column. Now, anytime you have a header, it's probably just going to be a 1 column. But if you have other things or other tabs to other pages, then you'd create multiple columns. So you have 1 column, and then you create what this element is. So let's say you just wanted to be the logo that you have. You just want it to be that image. So you need to click on image for this element, and then you need to hit settings, and then you need to go into your image there, hit settings, and then you pick an image that you have. So my wife, she's really involved with Beauty Counter. So Beauty Counter is the MLM she's a part of. So let's say we wanted that to be the image there at the top. We just hit add image. So it's really big, and you can change the size and the width and what you want that to look like there. So I don't want that as my header, but that's just to show you as an example. And if you want to delete it, it's very easy to do. If you want to save it to make sure that you have it that we don't have to recreate it every time you're in a different page, then you would just hit save there, and then you can name it. But I don't want to save that, so we're going to delete that. Now, a big thing to remember with the editor is anytime you have any type of form or information that you're collecting. So right here we have our email opt-in, right? So they're going to input their name and their email address there, but you need to designate what it is. So let's say I'll show you here. I'll delete this one out, and then we'll add in a new one. So delete this element, but I'm going to add in another one here. So we hit this little that says add new element, and then we're going to scroll all the way down until we find the input box. Now this is if you're starting from scratch. So it automatically always has the email. You can see there's a warning sign because you haven't set what this input box is. So you need to go to the settings. And you need to say this input type is the full name. And then we need to change the text to right here to full name. Now that's where they would put their information, their full name, and then their email address. And then when they submit the page, that'll either take them to the next step in the funnel, or it'll take them to wherever you tell it to. So if you're using a squeeze page to promote an MLM you're a part of, or some type of affiliate offer, you're going to want to take it to your affiliate link. So what you're going to do is so on submit, that's going to be done under the settings here, under the general. So when we go to general, there's right here, it says on submit, go to, and then you choose where you can put in a URL. If you don't put in a URL, it's just automatically go to the next step in the funnel. And that was done. You can see all the different funnel steps on the previous page we were on, where it showed the overview of it. So that's very important to know, is you need to make sure that the action for a button, when you put in the email, after they put in the name and email, so we'll go to the editor, the settings there. You need to make sure the action right there is on submit order form or submit form. That is super important. When I first got started, I got very confused with that and I messed it up. You don't want to make it say go to next step in funnel, because then it will not submit the form. This does not submit your form. That's very important. So if you just if somebody wasn't putting in information, then it would just submit it, and you just want them to go to the next step in the funnel, that's when you would click this here. But if you're having them put in information that's collecting their email, name and email, meaning before they go to the next step, they have to put in their name and email address, you need to make sure it says submit the form, and then where you want them to go is going to be done under the settings there, like I just showed you. One powerful thing is, let's say you didn't want them to have to put their name and email address, and so for this squeeze page, so let's say we delete these two. We're going to delete this one here, and we just wanted the button to let's say we just wanted the button to take them to the next page, but instead you still wanted to collect their name and email. But what if you wanted it to open up a pop-up? So we're gonna hit settings again. We're gonna set the action to open the pop-up, and then the pop-up, that's where you're gonna have them put in their name and email. So we go here to pop-up, we're gonna hit the edit settings, and it's gonna be the exact same editing the pop-up just like anything else. So you might want to add in a headline of some kind. So we'll just make this headline go up to the top there. So we're going to have a large call to action headline. You might want to add a sub headline underneath that, which is a little bit smaller, just a little bit more information about what it is they're doing. And then they put in their name and email address. So we're going to set the action to name, and then we change it again to name. And then it says you can make it be required or not. So you can say this is required. And that's something that's important to do. If you want to make sure you collect their name and email, you have to make sure it's required. So this is the basic foundational steps to the editor inside of Clickfunnels. It's very easy to do. You can look at any other website and realize that lots of websites are broken up into different sections. And that's what the green is here. There's different sections inside of it. And then there's the blue, which are the columns. And you can see some people might have a 2-column. So if we were to create a 2-column, let's say I wanted to delete this whole column here and I wanted to have it be more like a sales letter, a sales video. So what I might do is I might add a new row. I'll do a 2-column. And then on this side, let's say it's a video sales letter. That's selling, obviously. So we put in the video, and then on this side is where we have them put in their information. So that's where you could put in their a button that has them take it to an order form page. So we could just put in the button that says buy now. And then this button will take you to the next step in the funnel or wherever you want it to go. So these are the basic steps to editing any ClickFunnels account. It's a very powerful tool. I recommend ClickFunnels to everybody I know. It's really what helped my wife and I quit our 9-to-5 and really focus on business full time. So if you're just getting started with ClickFunnels and you haven't started a 14-day free trial yet, there is a link in the description below where you can start a 14-day free trial. It's a very powerful tool. So I recommend taking action today. That was the biggest thing for me, is I just took action. I finally did it. And that's what was able to change everything for my wife and I. So just as a bonus, as a thank you for me, if you do decide to take action and sign up for that 14-day free trial, because that is my referral link, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to give you my personal email. So that way, anytime you have questions, you can reach out to me. If it's a question about the editor, if it's a question about your funnel, if you want me to take a look at it, I'll do whatever it takes to help you to be successful, because there's a lot of people making money online, and I want you to be successful with ClickFunnels just like everybody else. So Take action today. Reach out to me once you do. I'll make sure you get that bonus. I am only doing this for the first 50 people because I obviously can't do it for everybody. I wouldn't have time to focus on my other businesses, but I do want to help you get started and make sure that you are profitable with ClickFunnels because it's very easy to do. And there's a lot of people making money online, and I want you to be a part of it. So reach out to me once you sign up for ClickFunnels using that link down below, and together we'll make sure you're successful. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope this helps in understanding how to use the editor, how to use the designer in ClickFunnels, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.